The Battle of Gettysburg Cyclorama you have just seen depicts the charge of Confederate infantry on July 3, 1863. It serves as a vivid monument to the soldiers on both sides who took part in the battle. Painted in the early 1880s by French master artist Paul Philippoteaux, it originally measured 42 feet high with a circumference of 377 feet. By using a massive 360-degree canvas, a three-dimensional foreground, and the sky canopy overhead, the painting would bring to life a critical moment in history. It was the IMAX of its day. This masterpiece is one of at least 4 Gettysburg Cycloramas painted by Philippoteaux and his assistants. When it premiered in Boston in 1884, it was hailed by one veteran as near perfection as possible. But with the advent of the movies, the cyclorama craze ended, and the Gettysburg painting was stored outside for nearly 20 years. When it was donated to the battlefield, it had already been damaged by fire and rain. Partial restorations were done in 1913 and the late 1950s, but the artist's illusion of drawing the viewer into the action was lost. Most of the sky had been cut away, and the painting was hung flat, rather than taking its natural curved shape. By the end of the 20th century, the giant work was close to beyond repair. Now the painting has been returned to the way it was designed. Like the painting itself, the restoration was on a massive scale, calling for conservators from as far away as Eastern Europe, and more than 4 years of painstaking restoration. The restoration was directed by David Oland of Oland Conservation. The first phase of restoration began in November 2003. It included cleaning and securing loose and flaking paint, removing overpaint, and removing the lining and wax from the 1950s restoration. Patches were added using surgical instruments and thread to repair damaged areas and missing pieces. The second phase started with moving the panels, which make up the painting, to the gallery in the new museum and visitor center. The panels were then stitched together, creating one complete circular canvas. The conservation project also includes restoration of the 14 feet of sky, the overhead sky canopy, and the three-dimensional foreground diorama, all of which have been missing for more than a century. It is the largest painting conservation project ever undertaken in North America.